An accord, by definition, is an agreement. And I think we can all agree that the Honda Accord has been one of the most successful cars of all time, with over 13 million sold here in the U.S. alone. So while an all-new Accord may not spike the excitement meter around here, it certainly is an important vehicle for Honda as well as for other car makers as they see what they'll be up against for years to come. Sedan sales being what they are these days, you might think Honda would just do a light makeover for the 2018 Honda Accord and call it a year. That's not the case. This 10th generation Accord is all new, riding on a lighter chassis that allows for a lower, wider stance. Wheelbase is up by over 2 inches with virtually all of it upping rear legroom. There's genuine full-size sedan space back here. And while the sloping roof means really bending over to get in, there's 6-footer plus headroom once you do. Up front, Honda has blended a sportier theme into the familiar space, starting with a nicely thick steering wheel and adding additional bolstering to the seats. The gauge panel is virtual, but there are dials here, not just a digital readout for speed like some other Hondas. A full slate of tech features naturally, including an 8-inch touchscreen with vastly improved interface, though that's mostly due to adding some antiquated knobs and buttons back into the mix. On the practicality front, split folding rear seatbacks are standard, and trunk space increases by almost a full cubic foot to 16.7. There's lots new in the powertrain department as well. Base and destined to be the most popular is a 1.5-liter Turbo 4, which at 192 horsepower is the most ever standard in an Accord. Torque is 192 pound-feet. It comes mated to either a CVT or a 6-speed manual transmission. For a small turbo, it operates very smoothly and feels totally adequate for daily use. The upgrade is no longer a V6, but another Turbo 4, a 2-liter no less. But don't fret, it's actually a detuned version of the Civic Type R's, cranking out 252 horsepower with 273 pound-feet of torque, more than the last V6. It connects to either a new 10-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. We really enjoyed the manual. It's not Honda's best shifter ever, but it just feels like you're getting away with something, rowing through the gears in this family car. Finally, the hybrid makes a return as well, combining a normally aspirated 2-liter i4 with 2 electric motors for a combined output of 212 horsepower. Regardless of powertrain, the Accord feels as quiet and functional as always, but bigger, and still with just a dash of fun in the mix. It's not Lexus quiet or Mazda capable, but it finds a really nice sweet spot in between. While visibility wasn't an issue before, A-pillars have been slimmed to enhance the outward view further. Despite the wheelbase stretch, overall length is actually down, even as the front overhang is up slightly. But the altered proportions work wonderfully, yielding a sleeker, coupe-like profile. Indeed, Honda clearly wanted to steer things in a sportier direction styling-wise, but thankfully without going overboard. A bit of weight was lost along the way as well, around 150 pounds for most trim levels. Wheels are 17 or 19-inch alloys. Most of our time, both at the National Press launch in New Hampshire and around our headquarters, was spent in a touring trim Accord with the optional 2-liter and 10-speed automatic. New is an adaptive damper system with real-time damping control with normal and sport modes. Despite all the gears, the transmission displayed only the occasional clunkiness. And at our unfortunately frigid test track, the 2.0T 10-speed combo still delivered, with a 0 to 60 of 6.5 seconds. There's plenty of low-end rumble, enough to battle quite a bit of wheel spin. With warmer temps, we feel sub-6 seconds would be more the order of the day. Things are smooth and steady from there, eventually tripping the lights in 14.8 seconds at 100 miles per hour, easily comparable to last year's V6. It doesn't feel vastly lighter than before, but nimbler for sure with noticeably less body roll. Turn-ins are quicker, and overall the car simply feels more responsive and, yes, sportier. Honda Sensing safety systems, including collision mitigation braking, are standard on all Accords. Government fuel economy ratings aren't finalized for the 2-liter, but in mixed driving, we averaged a good 28.6 miles per gallon on regular.